He never imagined that the person he trusted more than anyone in the world would one day destroy his entire life. For years, they laughed together, dreamed together, and supported each other like real brothers. Everyone around them believed their friendship was unbreakable. But sometimes, the people closest to you are the ones hiding the darkest intentions. All it took was one opportunity, one moment of greed, and everything changed forever. A friendship built over many years was shattered in a single day, just because of money. What makes this story even more painful is that the betrayal didn't come from an enemy or a stranger, it came from the one person he would have never doubted. And when the truth finally came out, it was already too late to fix anything. This is a powerful story about trust, loyalty, and how easily money can change people. In this video, you will hear how a strong friendship slowly turned into lies, manipulation, and betrayal. You will see how blind trust can sometimes cost everything, and why being careful with even your closest friends is so important. Many people believe that real friends can never hurt them, but this story proves that life doesn't always work that way. Stay with me till the end, because what happened after the betrayal is something no one expected. There is a lesson hidden in this story that can save you from making the same mistake. If you have ever trusted someone deeply or been disappointed by a friend, this story will feel very personal to you. So sit back, listen carefully, and get ready to experience a true story that shows how fragile trust really is. Daniel and Mark met in high school when they were only 16 years old. From the very first day, they clicked like real brothers. They shared the same interests, the same dreams, and even the same sense of humor. Over the years, their bond became stronger and stronger. They studied together, played sports together, and supported each other through every difficult moment of life. Daniel always believed that Mark was more than just a friend. He considered him family. Whenever Daniel faced problems, Mark was the first person to stand by his side. And whenever Mark needed help, Daniel never hesitated. Their families also became close, and everyone believed their friendship was perfect. After finishing school, both of them decided to start their adult lives together. They promised each other that no matter what happened, they would always stay loyal. Daniel trusted Mark blindly because he never saw any reason not to. To him, Mark was the most honest and reliable person in the world. Little did he know that this trust, which took years to build, would one day become the reason for his biggest heartbreak. As they grew older, both friends started thinking seriously about their future. They wanted more than ordinary jobs and simple lives. One evening, while sitting together, they came up with an idea to start a small business. Daniel had some savings, and Mark had big plans and smart ideas. It seemed like the perfect combination. They talked for hours about how successful they would become and how this business would change their lives. Daniel believed in the idea completely, mainly because he trusted Mark's vision. They decided to open a small online store together. Daniel invested most of the money, while Mark promised to handle the management and marketing. Everything looked perfect in the beginning. Orders slowly started coming in, and the business began to grow. Both of them were excited and proud of what they were building together. Daniel felt lucky to have a friend like Mark by his side. He believed that this was just the beginning of a long journey toward success. At that time, he had no idea that money has the power to change even the purest hearts. After a few months, the business started making real profit. That was the moment things slowly began to change. Mark started acting differently. He became more secretive and less open about finances. Whenever Daniel asked about the accounts, Mark would quickly change the topic or give unclear answers. At first, Daniel ignored these small signs because he trusted his friend completely. He told himself that Mark was just busy and stressed with work. But deep inside, a small doubt started growing. Mark began spending more money on himself, buying expensive things that didn't match his income. He also started avoiding meetings and phone calls. Daniel noticed all this but still chose to stay silent. He didn't want to accuse his best friend of anything. He believed that their years of friendship were stronger than any misunderstanding. But sometimes, ignoring warning signs only makes the problem bigger. The distance between them was slowly increasing, even though Daniel didn't want to accept it. The foundation of their friendship was quietly starting to crack. Daniel's biggest mistake was that he trusted Mark more than he trusted himself. He never asked for written agreements, contracts, or proper financial records. To him, friendship was above everything else. Mark handled all the money matters, bank accounts, and payments. Daniel focused only on hard work and believed that his friend would always be honest. Many people around him warned him to be careful, but Daniel refused to listen. He thought real friends don't need paperwork. He even defended Mark whenever someone doubted him. This blind trust gave Mark complete control over everything. Slowly, Daniel became less involved in important decisions. Mark started making choices alone without even informing him. Still, Daniel remained loyal and hopeful. He believed that success sometimes brings stress and changes in behavior. He never imagined that behind his back, a completely different story was being written. He had no idea that while he was working hard day and night, his best friend was planning something that would destroy everything. One day, Daniel received a strange phone call from a supplier asking about unpaid bills. He was shocked because Mark had always told him that all payments were cleared. Confused and worried, Daniel decided to check the business accounts himself for the first time. What he discovered left him speechless. Large amounts of money were missing. Transactions were made without his knowledge. Profits were being transferred to an unknown account. The deeper he looked, the clearer the ugly truth became. Mark had been secretly stealing money from the business for months. Daniel felt like the ground had disappeared beneath his feet. He couldn't believe that the person he trusted like a brother could do something like this. Memories of their years together flashed in front of his eyes. All the promises, all the loyalty, suddenly felt like lies. His heart was broken, not just because of the money, but because of the betrayal. That day, Daniel realized that he never truly knew his best friend. With a heavy heart, Daniel decided to confront Mark. He called him to meet and brought all the financial proofs with him. At first, Mark tried to act normal, but when Daniel showed him the documents, his face turned pale. He started making excuses and telling lies. He blamed business problems and misunderstandings. But the evidence was too clear to deny. Finally, Mark admitted everything. He confessed that he had taken the money for personal use. He said he planned to return it later, but Daniel knew those were just empty words. The conversation quickly turned emotional. Daniel asked him only one question: "After everything we shared, how could you do this to me?" Mark had no real answer. Years of friendship ended in that single painful moment. Daniel felt anger, sadness, and disappointment all at once. He realized that the person standing in front of him was no longer the friend he once knew. That confrontation changed his life forever. After the betrayal, Daniel went through one of the hardest phases of his life. The business he worked so hard to build was almost ruined. He had lost money, time, and most importantly, trust. For weeks, he couldn't sleep properly. He kept asking himself how he failed to see the truth earlier. But slowly, he decided not to give up. Instead of drowning in sadness, he chose to rebuild everything on his own. He took legal steps to protect himself and worked day and night to save the business. It wasn't easy, but Daniel was strong. He learned valuable lessons about trust, money, and human nature. With time, the business started recovering, and Daniel became wiser and more careful. Even though the scars of betrayal remained, he refused to let them define his future. He understood that losing a fake friend was better than living with a dishonest one. Life had knocked him down, but it also made him stronger than ever. Today, Daniel is successful again, but he is no longer the same person. The betrayal changed the way he looks at relationships and trust. He learned that not everyone who smiles at you truly cares about you. Money can reveal the real face of even the closest people. He now believes in clear agreements, honesty, and smart decisions. The painful experience taught him to never mix blind trust with business. As for Mark, he eventually faced the consequences of his actions. Their friendship never recovered, and they went separate ways forever. Daniel often says that losing money was painful, but losing a friend was even harder. Yet, he is grateful for the lesson life taught him. This story is a reminder that trust is precious and should be given carefully. True friends are rare, and fake ones always show their reality sooner or later. In the end, Daniel didn't just lose a friend, he gained wisdom that will protect him for the rest of his life. This story reminds us of a hard but important truth about life. Not every person who walks beside you is truly loyal, and not every smile hides good intentions. Daniel learned in the most painful way that trust is precious and should never be given blindly, especially when money and business are involved. Friendship is built on honesty and respect, but greed has the power to destroy even the strongest bonds. Sometimes the people we love the most become the ones who hurt us the deepest. But every painful experience also carries a powerful lesson. Daniel lost a friend, but he gained wisdom, strength, and a clearer understanding of the world. If this story teaches us anything, it is this: be kind, be loyal, but also be careful. Protect your heart, your dreams, and your hard work. Because true friends will never betray you, and fake ones will always reveal themselves sooner or later. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. More powerful real-life stories are coming soon.